What's up, guys? It's another episode of Off the Post, and this is the best episode of Off the Post Spotlights you are going to watch. You shouldn't watch the last few episodes, and you shouldn't watch the episodes after this, because the only episode that matters right now is the Cloud9 approved, I would say, Sky Blue Football Club Spotlight. Yes, we're talking about Sky Blue today, everyone's favorite club in the league, because everyone loves us, and they fear us too, because we're going to win it all, right? So, as you can see, we have a few members. Okay, I see Jen Carl's. I shouldn't be saying that. I forgot Jen Carl's here. My bad. My bad. Just don't tell her. But as you see, we have a few members of Cloud9. We'll see what they've been up to today, and or just this week in general, and then we'll talk to Jen Carl. So let's first start with you. Tell them who you are and what you've been up to lately.
Wait, which one of us? Because you cut out.
Jen Mueller, the Mueller Cloud9.
Mueller.
Mueller. Oh, you're not like Thomas Mueller? Mueller?
No, there's no umla.
How have you been doing?
All right, getting ready for the season.
Very good, very good. All right, now let's go over to the hype woman over here, Heather Lamb. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm very good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, not a problem. And then let's go to the face we all know, the most popular person on Off the Post, that Spirit fan, Jen Carl.
Not so much. Yeah, I'm with these guys. I'm just getting ready for the season, ready to go, getting pumped, excited to hang out with them at the upcoming game.
All right, because you will be there, definitely, and maybe someone else. Wink, wink. So, guys, if you have anything you want to say to us, use the hashtag WillSoTalk, or you can use the hashtag DJ. You'll probably say something free and cool. No, I won't. But let's jump right into it, shall we now? What are we going to... Actually, it's not going to be us talking, to be honest. It's going to be Cloud9 talking. They're going to be telling us a little bit about their supporter group, some of the cool things, like, I don't know, like what they do, what makes them so significant. So I don't know who wants to start first. I guess we'll start with you, Heather. What makes your group so amazing?
We are amazing because we're Jersey girls, to start. But I guess first, quick shout out to the OG Cloud9, Melissa. She started the group. I joined last season, so I'm still relatively new. However, being with Cloud9 at the games is just such a blast. We're all very passionate about soccer, and very passionate about Sky Blue. Let's see, a little bit about us. We're unique in that we have recently started developing a relationship with other supporters groups who support the men's teams in the area. Empire SC. Is that all, Jen?
Viking Army.
Viking Army as well.
We were trying to reach out to, I mean, because where we're situated, we have fans from Philly, we have New York, so we have Rebels, NYCFC, Cosmos, so there's a lot to pull from. So we're trying to reach out to everybody, sort of be a neutral ground.
Absolutely. As a group for the team, we like to, hang our banners. We'll do that before every match. Hang flags of the native countries for all the players. During games, we sing, we dance, we laugh, we cry if need be. And I guess I got my nickname as the Hype Woman because I was asked, no, I was volunteered. Let's be clear about this. I was volunteered to go into the stands and get the fans chanting, whatever chant it was that we were doing at the time. So that's how I got my name, and I had my little hand drum, and I would go up and down the steps, and the kids loved it. It was all good fun, and the team definitely appreciated it. So that's sort of my role, I guess. I was volunteered for it, so.
Volunteered, forced to it. Same thing. It's all good. And Jen, what type of role do you say, or Jennifer, we'll call you because we got Jen. What type of role do you play with Cloud9?
I guess I'm one of the leaders. A lot of the administrative stuff, working with the front office, who have been incredible with us, not just last year. I mean, this year even more so. You know, we all know that NWSL teams don't have a lot in terms of resources, some of them, but they will do whatever they can to help us grow, because they know if we grow, we bring more of an atmosphere, and it can only help them. So they've been absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I have to agree. Cloud9 was, well, I mean, Sky Blue was one of the easier clubs to interact with last year, just like talking to them about players and just like promoting and stuff. They really worked with us really well, and you guys did too. So that's why I appreciate it with you guys coming on and everything you guys did last year to help us out, because it was so much easier when there's a club that's willing, because we're both out in the long run. So thanks for that. We appreciate it. Well, I guess we can get into the things that we're good at now, since we really can't speak on Cloud9, me and that Spirit fan. So let's talk about what we're good at. Reviewing how a team did and all the other good things. So let's talk about how the team performed last year, or should we not? I guess we can briefly cover it, and then we can look into the future, because that's what we're gunning for, the future. So Jen, Carl, how does Sky Blue look last year to you?
Little rough. Little rough. They've definitely had better years. But I mean, I don't. The players. It's not for lack of talent, and that's the thing. That's what killed me with Sky Blue last year. There's so much talent on that team. I don't know if Guevara just didn't know how to coach them or what the deal was, but there's so much talent on the team that if they can figure out their chemistry this year and have a coach, which hopefully Holly Christie can do, that brings them together and utilizes all the potential on that team, I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I agree with you right there. Jennifer, I guess we can go to you since she mentioned Christy Holly. You like the move to bring keep it in house with him?
Well, definitely. He knows the players, and more importantly, I think the players respect him. They're truly happy that he was signed on. He's trying to build something. It's not just plugging holes for the season. He has players that actually want to be there. I know Sky Blue gets shit on a lot, but the roster that's there wants to be there, and that's important.
I guess that's a good thing you bring up, because I get sick of kind of hearing the pity parties for Sky Blue, like, oh, pity them. It's like, no, they'll be fine. Like, I guess I don't like being a club that everyone feels sorry for. That doesn't please me. That actually makes me more angry.
It's really getting. It's we don't want your pity. And the pity stuff is an insult to the players that are still there. The ones that now have a shot, to prove themselves. And yeah, it sucks losing some of the players that we lost, but move on.
Yep, we definitely agree with that. Now, Heather, I guess we'll talk to you about some of the new signings and/or rookies. Who are you looking forward to make an impact out of the newbies this year?
Okay, so new signings. We have. All right. So in the draft, we got Rocky.
Yep.
Very exciting. Erica Skrosky and Caroline Casey. So a midfielder, a center back, perhaps maybe she's flexible, and a goalkeeper. And then Natasha Kai. What'd you say, Jen?
Don't forget Galton from Hush.
Oh yeah, and Leah Galton. Oh yes, Leah Galton. And then we have Natasha Kai and Caroline Stanley. So as you mentioned, like with the departures, I think the draft went very well for us overall. I very excited to see Raquel Rodriguez. Very excited to have Natasha Kai back. She is dynamic. Raquel Rodriguez was so dynamic for Costa Rica in qualifying in the World Cup. And with the departure of Katie Friels, I think that attacking center mid position is wide open. So Raquel Rodriguez and Taylor Lytle are going to have to fight for that position, definitely. Taylor Lytle and Katie Friels have a lot in common. They're small, they're quick, they're comfortable in tight spaces.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if Raquel Rodriguez, being a rookie, if she can maintain composure at the professional level. Very sad about Brittany Cameron staying in Japan. She was our girl. Saved us numerous times over last season. But very excited to have Caroline Stanley from Seattle. She has experience. She's worked with some of the best. She's especially in particular with Hope Solo. So I think having two goalkeepers named Caroline is always good.
No, now how did you pronounce that? Skrosky, is it? Eric
Skrosky, yeah. Eric Skrosky, Rutgers alum.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to her. I guess as one of the players because just reading up on her, they say she improved so much every year and was almost like a player that was, I guess, underrated and kind of, I guess, it feels like it's one of those flying under the radar type of draft picks that no one's really probably talked about in the league because I've heard people brag about their draft picks, but I'm looking forward to her. I think she's going to be a good defender in this league if she just continues to develop her like that. So she should be a good player to plug in there. She'll get an opportunity too, definitely will with everything that's been injuries or whatever else that happens with us. Yeah, everyone's happy about Rocky though, so it's like that's one where it's like I'm happy about it, but I'm not like one of the people that's just like I've seen more people from other teams happy about that one just because they're like, oh, she's going to be such a good player. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be good, but I always like to look for some of those ones you're not really thinking about, because that probably help the team if they actually do develop and they're good in the long run. So, All right, guys, I guess we can move on unless you girls have anything else to add. I'll let you guys talk all day. I won't do this for any other club.
Just in case anyone missed it, Lindsay Cutshall is out for the season.
Yep.
Due to undisclosed injury.
Yeah,
she had an interesting season. She had her bad days, but she had her really good days. I thought her best game was at Seattle, where Sky Blue held Seattle for 89 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Remember that game?
Yeah.
The Nadim free kick. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. That was such a great game, and damn you, Jess Fishlock. Oh. That was I think her best performance I think of last season. And yeah, I think it's going to be really competitive overall for positions.
I do too.
We know who's going to Rio for the most part. And in particular, I hope that our fullbacks, our right back and our left back, really do much better because I sort of went back and rewatched some games and that was sort of where we fell apart. Defending set pieces as well. We could not really defend and clear the ball out of our 18-yard box. So hopefully Christy Holly can get that sorted out.
Yeah, that was real rough at times, actually, right back, left back. Like, I was so happy when Caitlin Ford came in, because I was just right back, I can trust a bit, It was just like, other than that, they were trying. I mean, I think they, moving people back and forth in those positions, just trying to find something that worked. And I just want a little bit of stability. It always helps when your back line is stable and you have the same people going out there. Yeah, that Olympics or whatever, the Olympics are going to mess us up a bit, but maybe find some stability with, during that time period and let some people develop and fit in, so. We'll see how it works out. It's always, I just want a NWSL season with no, distraction, so to speak, like World Cup and Olympics. Give me one and I'll be happy now. All right, guys, so let's move on to players to look out for that we think might have a big season for us, or that Jen Carl might think has a big season for us. We'll start with you so we can get you out the way real quick, Jen Carl, then we can have our fun. Jen Carl, do you think we're going to have a big season for us?
Oh, man. That's tough. I think Natasha Kai coming back is going to be, she's always been spirited. I expect her to bring a lot of that spirit back to the pitch. I'm interested to see what kind of dynamic she brings forward. Maya Hayes. I think Maya Hayes has so much potential. She's traditionally a forward. Sky Blue plays her defense. And I think given the opportunity, she can really expand out and move the ball, hopefully clear the ball a little bit better than they were last year because of that forward nature in her, of forward ball movement. So I'm looking at Maya Hayes. For some reason, Nikki Stanton, I just think she's so much fun to watch. And I'm really sad that she hasn't truly had a breakout yet. I would love to see her really have a breakout season. I don't know what it is about her. I love her. And, I think Rocky, no matter what she does, is going to have an impact. She's so young and she's so dynamic that she's going to find a way to make an impact on that team. So it'll definitely be interesting to watch her. It'll be interesting to watch her and her forward ball movement combining with, the forwards we have, combining with Tasha Kai and Sam Kerr when she's not in Rio, hanging with all of those guys and seeing what kind of combination play they can get out of that. I think it's going to be a very quick front line now, which is nice. So we'll see, but that's probably who I'm looking out for the most.
Now I have to ask you, were you on the show with Nikki Stanton when she came on? Or I can't remember.
I was not, no.
Oh, yeah, she was real fun, actually. So, yeah.
She's hilarious. She's great.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go over to Heather, and who are you expecting to have a big year?
I'm really hoping that Sarah Killian has a great season. She had some injury troubles last season, but having her and Friels last season, when they finally connected, they played some beautiful, intricate, interplays in the center of the field, and she gave Katie Friels the freedom to attack.
Yep.
And it, she was more of a rookie last season, and I think now that she has that season under her belt, I hope that she feels more comfortable and more commanding in the center of the pitch. Can't wait for Rocky, of course, as Joe said. And Erica Skrosky, we first preseason game saw her, watched her, and I just kept noticing how composed she was on the ball under pressure, able to find that easy pass to connect to Sarah Killian or to have to the fullback out wide. She was very composed on the ball. Very impressed with her. I agree, Jen. Nikki Stanton. I want to see her more. And Taylor Lytle. I know she'll be sort of in competition with Raquel Rodriguez for that attacking center mid role, but she's quick. She's dynamic. I hope she'll step it up, and being the more senior on the team than Raquel, I hope that she'll get a shot as well.
Right on. Jennifer, who do you expect to have a big year?
Killian, like Heather said, she steps it up. Hopefully her and Stanton, their time in the W League gave them some more experience. Looking for Grubka to step up too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All out. And like you were saying, with stability, we have a pretty good up top as far as numbers go. So I'd like to see Maya Hayes in the back. And Galton, I think is going to be a surprise, especially when we don't know how much time any of the national teamers are going to be out. There's been no word about what's going on with the Australians as far as how much time they're missing, and as far as I know, Kerr is still recovering from injury, so Galton might be getting some time up top, and I think she's going to be a surprise.
It's funny, you guys said all the ones I was going to say. I guess great minds think alike, right? Yeah, Killian, I want her to step up, because I guess my view of her was to be like what Sam Mewis, I project her to become, like that I project Sam Muse to become a dominant midfielder, national teamer. And I was thinking Sarah Killian was going to become that. And she really looked like a rookie last year. So I'm hoping this year she really develops and becomes like that dominant, controlling the midfield type of scrappy center mid we want. Yeah, but you guys said all the Grubka, especially. I want to see how she comes into this year. See how she really starts. I want her to become a bit more dominant too. I guess really that spine would be great if you got it like Grubka and Killian. If they really become big, imposing players, so to speak, it would help us tremendously. Then we wouldn't have to worry about Cameron having to make. We wouldn't have worried about Cameron having to make amazing saves or something like that, you know. So good choices. Well, I can jump on to the very end part, the fun part of this whole thing. We talk about where we think the team is going to end up being. Will we see Sky Blue in the championship, or will we see them in the first pick overall in the draft? Who knows? But we will all get to say where we see this team landing. I'm not going to start with, no, we're going to start with Jen Carl first as usual. Jen Carl, where do you see Sky Blue landing?
Oh, man.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Be honest. Nice.
No, it's so tough right now because, you know, I was on the Boston show and I said the same thing then where, you know, we had a lot of players swap. We obviously have a new coach. The difference here as opposed to Boston is that it's a coach that's familiar with the team and vice versa. Mm-hmm. And I think that's going to make a really big difference. I think having solid front is going to make a big difference. I think, honestly, for me, their placement on the table might come down to goalkeepers. And that's so tough because I love Caroline Casey. I adored her when she played at William and Mary. But I don't know that she'll be the starting keeper at this point. You know, we don't know who's going to meet those needs for the team. So I'm going to go just outside of playoffs for them. I'm going to put them at number 5.
Ooh, wow. Impressive. All right, Jennifer?
I think we're going to sneak in to the last playoff spot and win the whole damn thing. Why not?
Well, there you go. Somebody said that's one. Heather, where do you see this team ending?
Top 5, definitely. With a 3-game winning streak at the very end, getting us into the top 4.
My God, now I feel horrible looking at my notes. I was thinking that this was like, well, I really don't know where to see. I had them mid-table, like 6th through 10th, like, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think they'd be 10th, but it's like, I see them running that 6th through 9th for some, I don't know, I'm just kind of scared a bit, to be honest with the team. Like, I'm afraid more bad will happen. Someone else is going to get injured or something else. Like, I just see them, like, I think a good year I had for us would be about 5th or 6th. But I could see 7th and 8th and not be like, oh, I'm disappointed. I was like, well, you know, like, I could see it happening. So I guess I saw us about, I mean, shoot, you guys had them in playoffs. Oh, well, I was the one outlier here. Okay, well, yeah, so I'll say 5th then, even though I had 7th or 8th on my notes. Sorry for being a little too long. It's all right. Well, good stuff. All right, now, do you guys for Cloud9 have anything you want to talk about that's going on? Any fun stuff?
April 23rd, the day before the home opener, we have a party at the Football Factory at Legends. Legends is the name of the bar. The Football Factory is downstairs. It's 6 West 33rd Street in New York City.
Okay, let me write this down.
We're going to be streaming. There's a few NWSL games going on that night that we'll be streaming. We'll have memberships available. You can come just hang out, sign up.
How much is a membership so I can write that down too?
It's $20.
Okay, I'm not buying that. Okay, that's
all right. And I think we may be having a special guest.
Who is this special guest that's coming?
Do you know, Dwayne?
Yes. Let me promote myself now. It is I. Yes, the Blue Cap will be there, and it's going to be fun because I've never really been to that side of the world, so or the country. So it should be, yeah, I've been to other times. It should be a great time. So yeah, I'll be there. So you guys can come to me and punch me in the face because I said they'll end up in 7th or 8th place. So I'll see you there. Heather, is there anything else you want to add about Cloud9?
A huge welcome to Cloud9 to all the members we've had sign up in the past few weeks. Mostly new members who weren't members last year, right, Jen?
Yep.
So welcome. We look forward to having you with us in Section 9. Get ready for DC Hate Week.
Jen, look up.
It'll be great. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for the season to start. Let's just get it started. Seriously.
Sorry, Jen, I did not know that was happening. So, I did not set you up and bring you on here for that. So, you heard all the good stuff that's happening. We will hopefully see you guys soon. And thank Cloud9 again for coming on. I guess we'll give you a round of applause, fake applause button. So, thank you for coming on our show. We appreciate it. Hope the season should be a fun one. Let's wish for the best. And I guess it's time for me to wrap this up. I'm your host, DJ Red Cap, wearing the blue cap, Tampa Bay Devil Rays hat. This is Off the Post, and we will be back next, I think it's the 28th, so after all this Easter good stuff, where you're going to eat a bunch of chocolate bunnies, we'll be back and we'll be talking with Chicago and their supporter group. Ooh, and they're a fun supporter group, as I've got to hang out with them, and they're some nice, cool people, so we'll have fun with them on here, on the air. We have to teach our, the supporters how we end every episode, don't we, Jen?
We do, yep.
All right, then raise that right hand and put it towards the screen. And then do that nice little pageant wave. There you go. There you go. It looks so. I don't see Jennifer waving, so we can't end the show.
There we go.
There it is. Now the show may end. Bye bye.